following segment is paid for by ICT.
Well, audiences are back in the theaters this summer, and there is a resurgence of passion for film. Today, we're going to share with you a new genre of film that allows artists to depict their truths the way it is felt to them. It's called Cathartic Realism. Joining us now to discuss from Los Angeles, Claire Chubbuck. Great to talk to you, Claire. You're a director with a mission to help others heal through this new genre, and we want to learn all about it. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Let's talk about, first of all, the name of the genre, Cathartic Realism. What is it exactly, and how is it different from other genres?
So the name, I was trying to make it obvious what it was, right? So I think people know what they're getting into when they walk in, they open their hearts with a different level of empathy. And I think we really need empathy right now. So how the genre differs from other, this is a true story genres, is that it was spearheaded and written by the survivor. And it was written for the purposes of catharsis. So you know that this is someone telling their true story. And this is how it felt to them. A lot of people go through the same things in this world, but we don't all respond the same way based on other circumstances in our life. So this allows people to share with audiences what that was like for them. And the more of these kind of stories we can get, the larger library of experience we can share with each other as a culture.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of those topics that people are finding catharsis over. I'm with you. I think there's just not enough kindness right now in the world, and if we all can kind of look at what it is that is hurting us and kind of heal through it, man, we'll just have a healthier culture and a healthier globe. So I love the motivation behind this. We might be talking about survivors of what? Of abuse, survivors of addiction. What are some of the examples of the stories that you've been featuring?
So one of my favorite that's coming up is a survivor of erectile dysfunction. So survivor, or one we just did was surviving miscarriage. So there's, when we're talking about surviving, it ranges the gamut. The first film that I made was about kidnapping and rape, which is, a more obvious level of surviving. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't end there. We all survive something. We are all living through whatever, if it's big T trauma or little t trauma, from something as, I want to say the word ordinary, but it's not ordinary, but something as likely as not getting your needs met as a child because you were a baby. You weren't able to express what your love language was. So you might not have gotten your needs met, and that impacted you in a really profound way. And so storytelling allows us to process these things.
Yeah, it's almost like a one-person show with a purpose, but in film format. Claire, I want people to know not only where they can view films like this, but also I'd love for you to touch on the fact that one of the qualities of this genre is that there is healing suggested at the end of the story. That is the goal of this catharsis, is to actually come out stronger and more healed on the other side.
So this happens in a couple ways, but I think one of the more profound ways in the storytelling process is when you own your own story, you get to write your ending. Our ending is always in process. So you get to change what it is, how your story ends in order to find healing from this. But also through the writing process, you're going to have to write the story of your abuser or the person that hurt you, and then you have to find their motivation. So you're going to have to find empathy for another human, even when it's hard to do so.
Sure.
So even if that's not the real motivation of the actual person, you're still able to put it into your mind in a way where you understand and you can walk into the world without fear.
Well, so, it sounds amazing. I tell you this, the power of storytelling. It's hard to turn away from someone when you really sit and connect with them and listen to their story. So Claire, we want people to be able to go to your website, catharticrealism.com, and they can learn more. Thank you so much for joining us.